What up, man? This is Shaggy 2 Dope from Insane Clown Posse. Right now, serious note, man. You out there struggling, man. You out there just trying to slide by, thinking you sinking, man. Don't worry, somebody out there for you, man. There's somebody out to reach a helping hand to help you back up, help you back on shore, help you back up on the ledge, man. Get you back in that saddle. Juggalos in recovery, man.
I just want to give a shout out to all the Juggalos in recovery.
Hey, what's up? This is Ouija Mac. Giving a special shout out to all the Juggalos in recovery.
The fact is, if you need help, Juggalos in recovery are for you.
We're in the same fight together, so keep fighting.
If you feel like your life has become unmanageable, there's nothing embarrassing about asking for help, especially when those who want to help you are Juggalos.
When you got your Juggalo brothers and sisters out there willing to help you, that's the only way you can do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like you say, one day at a time, and it really does work. I feel so much better. Life is so much better, and the future is looking so much brighter, right?
Juggalos in recovery. If you need the help, it's there.
Because ain't nobody above recovery. I'm in recovery, and I swear on my life that Juggalos in recovery can help you. So put your hand out and get a little helping hand from my boys. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop.
It's a great work. Be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Much love. Juggalos in recovery. Whoop, whoop.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Sober. Today, we are gonna cover the fourth step of Juggalos in recovery. The fourth step is we look deeply at ourselves without fear to recognize the good and bad in us all. And what that means is you sit down with a notebook, piece of paper, pen, pencil, crayon, whatever floats your boat, and you start writing down, to begin with, what your resentments are. It could be someone bullied you in high school or middle school, go all the way back from the earliest you can remember. You go all the way back and you start writing down all of your resentments. Make a list of the people, what your resentments are, and how it made you feel, or how it makes you feel. And then you'll have another column that will be what your part in that situation was. Here's an example. When I was 8.5, I was adopted by my uncle and his wife. I held resentments towards both of them because of how they treated me. So what I did was I wrote their names down. I wrote specifics on what made me upset and what I was holding the resentments for, how it made me feel, and then my part in it was I didn't process my mother leaving me with them. I felt abandoned. So what that did for me was it made me rebel a lot. So I had to go through all of my life and figure out what my part of all of these resentments were. And then once you do that, you have your list, and now what you have to do is you have to start another list. The complete flip side of all that negativity you just did. You have to write down all of your strengths, all of your values that you live by or want to live by. Write down everything that you're good at, good things that you have done. Make sure you fill it up with all positivity. Do not try to flip it any type of negative way. And it's that simple. Step 5 is we opened up to the carnival, ourselves, and another Juggalo, the shitty and not so shitty things we did during our lives. And basically what that is you take your step 4 and you talk to your higher power, you talk to the universe, whatever. If you have a faith, you talk to whatever you believe in. If you don't have a faith, then all you have to do is you've already talked to yourself because you've already written it down. So now you have to talk to another human being. Find someone else in recovery, not in recovery, whatever you're comfortable with, and tell everything on that list. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you from doing this. Because what will happen is you are going to stunt your personal growth. Trust me, I know I did it. But I went through what I went through because that was what was right for me. I took extra time to forgive myself. There's technically no wrong way to do this. It's whatever works for you. So just remember, all your resentments, what they are, how they made you feel, what your part in it was. And then all your positive things. And then you take both those lists and you talk to another human being. And it's that simple. Straightforward. It's the very first physical action step in a 12-step program. Don't hold yourself back. Don't walk around thinking that someone's going to judge you on all of this. If you think that person's going to judge you, then that person is the wrong person to talk to. If you think everybody's going to judge you, then you need to look back on yourself and figure out why you feel this way. Do you lack trust because other people have told your secrets in the past? If that's the case, then why are you treating everybody like those people? Everybody else is not like, they're not like those people. It's unfair to everybody else if you treat them that way. Now, it may or may not seem like I'm sitting in air right now, but I'm trying out my new green screen and I really hope that it works the way I want. So, bear with me as I keep upping my game in my videos. Let's go into, I'm going to cover a couple more steps because it should be pretty straightforward. I'm done reading from this book. I'm just going to tell you what comes to me, what the carnival tells me to tell you. Step 6. We were entirely ready to have our community take our flaws and show us how to make them our strengths. So what this is a meditation step. You take what you learned from your step 5 and you meditate on it and figure out what you learned from it. One way you know you did your step 5 open and honestly is the person that you're talking to will give you some type of personal story in return. So what that is a human reaction. So they're trying to get their understanding of your situation across in their own way. So basically it's, hey, I did this really crappy thing. Oh, don't worry, I really did it. I did a very similar crappy thing. And what that is putting you on an even playing field. Now, when I did my step 5, I did it with a preacher at a Christian church. I kind of used him like a confession because I grew up Roman Catholic. Because that's what I knew and what I was comfortable with. Not either one of those anymore. But anyways, so when I was telling this preacher my 5th step, he in return told me personal stories about his life, which correlated with what I was telling him. Step 7 is we asked humbly that the carnival take our flaws and guide us to the path of Shangri-La. And Shangri-La can be anything you want it to be. So All step 7 is you take what you meditated on in step 6 and you ask whatever your belief system is to take those flaws and either take them away or make them your strength. One thing you have to realize is some of the things that could be flaws that you see now could also turn into strengths later on with a little bit of self-control or a little bit more motivation. Like, you've got to realize that you are who you are for a reason. So are you going to allow those flaws to hold you back, or are you going to grow with them? Or are you going to use those flaws and turn them into strengths? Because juggalos, we never step down. We always rise up to the challenge. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to step up? Or are you going to let your flaws conquer you? Number 8. We made a list of all persons we hurt during our lives and became willing to admit what we did wrong and change our ways. Now, I've talked about this a couple times in podcasts, and if you haven't listened to the Alcoholic Entrepreneur podcast yet, you need to go check it out. I'll drop a link down here for the Spotify link, or just look up on any podcast platform. You should be there. It's called the Alcoholic Entrepreneur. So with 8, you take the list you made in step 4. These are all the people that you hurt. Yes, they were ones you had resentments towards, but you hurt them as well. That's why you wrote down your part in it as well. And then what you do is, if you have to, add a few more names if you've thought of more names. And then all you have to do is think about it a little bit and accept that at some point you have to admit your wrongs to these people and allow the carnival to show you when the right time is. In the meantime, while you're waiting for the carnival to show you when the right time is, you start right away changing your ways so you do not stay that person you are on that piece of paper. Step 9 is we forgive ourselves as long as we try to fix where we messed up without causing any more drama. Step 9 is where you actually go and you apologize and you show to the people that you hurt that you were wrong and that you're changing. You cannot go and tell them you're changing without having the actions to back it up. You have to have actions to prove that you're sorry for what you had done. There's no way around that. And don't get stuck in your head, oh, I haven't changed enough or whatever. If you feel that you have started to change and that you're on the right path, the Dark Carnival has put you in a position to make an apology and prove to that person that you are sorry and that you are changing, then do it. It's a daily thing. We continue to fix our mistakes daily. As soon as you realize that you made a mistake, as soon as you realize that you fucked up, that you were in the wrong, take a moment, reflect on it, figure out where you were wrong. If you have to, talk to someone else about it. Figure out where you were wrong. Figure out what you can do to stop that from happening again. Stop how you dealt with that situation in the wrong manner. Figure out how to flip it so you don't deal with it that way again. And then go and talk to the person, if there's a person, usually there is, where you were wrong and that you are now on the right path so that doesn't happen again. Step 11. The truth of the matter is we can lean on our Juggalo family so we find happiness. You have to realize that in this group, in this community, the Juggalo community, we are here to support one another. We're not here to put each other down. We don't deal with bullies. We don't deal with trolls. None of that stuff. We are strictly here to help one another, to bring each other up. So if you ever need help, there's always a helping hand when you need it. Remember that. You are not in this alone. Step 12, probably the most important, in my opinion. Having had our eyes open to this new way of life, we now carry this message to other addicts who are still suffering, whether juggalo or not, because every human matters. Every human. Us being juggalos, we know how it is to be outcast. We know how it is to be pushed aside. It is our mission to not allow that to happen. In Juggalos in Recovery, what we stand for is helping people grow. It started out as just helping juggalos, I'm not gonna lie. But what kind of juggalo would I be if I pushed non-juggalos away? I wouldn't be a juggalo. So our mission in Juggalos in Recovery is to help people, not addicts, not juggalos, people grow. Personal growth for others. Mental, emotional, physical, whatever the case is, we have a way to help you. And if we don't have a way, we can find someone or a program or something that will help you. Remember, you are loved, you are cared for, you are not alone. Much love to you. Whoop whoop. Here at Juggalos in Recovery, don't let the name fool you. We support personal growth. End of story. If you need help, mentally, emotionally, physically, any other way, we will find a way to help you. And if we can't personally help you, we will point you in the right direction to get the help that you need. No one will be turned away. On juggalosinrecovery.com, go to the menu and click on tools that will help. Each icon paragraph that you see is linked to either in a 12-step or an anonymous group for certain addictions. There's Al-Anon there. There's a website called Mind Hacking Happiness that helps with mental and emotional growth. I'm actually going through that right now. There's suicide prevention. There's a bunch of things on there. Go check it out. Juggalos in Recovery. You want a non-faith, non-religion based program? Message us. I will talk you through everything that I can. Watch these videos. If I talk about faith, they don't have to be faith. Not in the religion, spiritual way. But you have to have faith in something bigger than you to get through addiction or personal growth, because you can't make it through life alone. So have faith in the community that we are building right now. We are here for you. We love you. We are here to help. Much love.
Juggalos
Whoop,
in
whoop.
recovery, man.